Hi, this is Danny from Danny'sDesigns.com, and in today's tutorial I wanted to show you how to make these super quick, simple, cute cards. This idea was originally shared by Donald Shefsky, and it features this note tag punch. So I wanted to change up the colors and show you that if you just change the sentiment and some of the paper that you use, you can make this card for any occasion. Okay, so first of all, let me show you how this window right here actually works. To start with, you have to have a piece of 3 1/4 inch by 3 1/4 inch piece of either cardstock or designer series paper. And then you take your note tag punch and you're going to insert your cardstock as far as it will go, all the way to the bottom. Make sure it's centered left to right and punch up. And that will give you, of course, one shape. But if you take it and rotate it 180 degrees, slide it back in your punch, again, all the way to the bottom, center it left to right, so you can use the punch out from the previous direction to help line it up, and give it a punch. It gives you this really cute design. Now if you rotate it 90 degrees and do it this way, again to the bottom, centering it left to right, and give that a punch, you get this really cute design. Okay? And then if you do it one more time the other direction, get it all lined up in there, it gives you this really fun design. So that's 4 different ways that you can use this note tag punch to get some different designs and different looks and windows for your card. Now, to help me remember all this, I took a couple of scraps of cardstock that I had. This is an old retired color, and I just made little templates for myself. This is 2 punches, 3 punches, and 4 punches. And then what you can do is you can take a stamp set and see which one of these stamps will fit in what shape. So for today's card, I'm going to be using this Merry Everything stamp set, and I'm going to be using this Merry Christmas image. So for the base of my card, I have a piece of real red cardstock. This measures 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. So we'll just go right like that, press it with a bone folder. Then I have my piece of Whisper White cardstock. This is 3 1/2 inches by 3 1/2 inches. And then I have a piece of the Merry Moments Designer Series paper that again is that 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 inch measurement. And for this one, I'm going to center it in there and I'm going to punch it. I decided on this one to do it twice. And I don't need this, but I'm going to save this and use it for a different project. Flip it 180 degrees, put it in the other way, and punch out. Okay. Now I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive on the back right here, just in one corner, and I'm just going to kind of touch it with my finger so it's not super sticky, because I want it just to be temporarily put down right here. And I'm going to center it in on the Whisper White cardstock. Give it a nice little border there. Okay, so I'm going to take my real red ink pad and my Merry Christmas stamp and ink that up. And the reason why I only put adhesive in one of the corners and pressed it down was so that I can stamp this, and if I mess up I can always use the other side of the cardstock. So without getting my head in the camera, I want to put it about, I think right there, and press it into place. Okay? And then once I'm happy with that, I can lift it up, gently remove that one corner, and I can add some more adhesive and then put it down permanently. There we go. It's a little bit crooked, but that's okay. All right, add some adhesive onto the back. We're going to center that here. Okay, and then we're going to take this star from the Itty Bitty Accents punch pack, and I have a piece of the silver glimmer paper. I'm going to punch out a couple stars. All right. I'm going to take some glue dots and my paper piercer, and I'm going to adhere those in place, give them a little bit of a pop there on the card. last one. Let's see, we'll put it down here. There we go. So just by changing the designer series paper I used and the sentiment, you can give it a completely different look and use this for any type of occasion. Anyway, I hope you enjoy that. If you want to purchase any of the products needed to make these, I'll have a link below on my website, a link to my website below. Anyway, thanks so much for stopping by.